out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jet sweep to start the drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 27, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Huntley to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Watson now to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry for Nick Chubb.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards that time.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go up the middle with Chubb.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
The Browns had 10-3 on the year, and I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
This goes out wide for Drake.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Throw left side complete to Isabella. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins,
48 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run pass.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Watson off play action.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And he's got it to about the 40.
They go play action with Jackson. Bella.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll empty out the backfield.
To throw, Huntley.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Tucker's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 62 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watson it a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here's Huntley.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Andy Isabella, 43 yards. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Watson. This one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It got his man complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Huntley.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Draw play. Here's McAllister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Off the play fake. Huntley. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jackson. He dumps it off to Dre.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Throwing now is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked into